They have not gotten the momentum yet on their stock. I think it's coming. All right, welcome to the channel, Can You Do Any Better Investing, part of the Can You Do Any Better network. This is an educational channel. We talk about all things investing. If you enjoy the video, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell to get notifications on our future videos. I am Tom. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Today, I want to talk to you about a company called Tattooed Chef, stock ticker TTCF. Okay, these guys have some great stuff going on. I have been following them for a while, building a position in this one, and I think good things are coming. So I wanted to share my thoughts on this company with everybody. So let's dig in and take a look at who is Tattooed Chef and what do they do and where are they going. Okay, so this is Tattooed Chef's website. This is their front page. Plant-based food for people who give a crap. So they're a plant-based food company. So if you go down to, this is the same page, this is the bottom of the page, all products. Here's what these guys do. They've got gluten-free products, they've got vegan products, and they've got vegetarian products. So they're trying to offer a lot of different alternatives here. And then if I just scroll down, you'll see they have, so, you know, here's their cauliflower mac and cheese. Here's the acai bowl, Mexican style street corn. I think these are some of their big sellers, but they've got this, you know, they got pizzas, they got the Buddha bowl. These are all different SKUs that they have currently, and they're working on more. So they've got a lot going on. Okay, I want to go through some of their financial highlights here. Let's talk about how this company is doing financially. These are results from the first quarter of 2021. So that's ended March 31st, 2021. Revenue was $52.7 million, a 59% increase compared to $33.2 million in the prior year. So something to know about the Tattooed Chef. They went public via a SPAC last year, and in the past they were a private label company more so than their own brand. Well, they have branded themselves, and they've done a fantastic job so far, in my opinion, of branding themselves. And you'll see they've gotten themselves into a lot of different stores, and they're just getting going. So they've had nice growth. We saw they had 100%, 105% growth year over year in their branded Tattooed Chef products. Now, here's the interesting part. This article is April 5th, 2021. Tattooed Chef debuts commercials in a national ad campaign. So they have not even been advertising up until a few months ago. Their business model in the past has been to take the relationships that they had in private label and convert them to their Tattooed Chef brand. So they already have some awareness in the stores. Now what they're doing, and they just started doing this, is they are creating brand awareness to the consumer. And that is critical because as these stores put stuff in their shelves, they need it to turn over. So if the consumer needs to be familiar with the product, have a good association with the product. So far, their results have been very good. Their turnover rate in most of these stores, Target in specific, is well above the average of what their competitors are doing. So that is the key. Brand awareness, which they've just started. So this is going to be a part of what I'm going to talk about later. They give some growth estimates. I think they're grossly underestimating their growth estimates, and it's for these reasons. The first thing, remember, is, they did 100% growth year over year, and that's before they even started advertising. So I'm expecting big growth in the future. Global Plant-Based Food Market Report 2020 to 2027. Rising industry concentration with growth in mergers and acquisitions in the plant-based product space. What I really want to show you here is this sentence right here. The plant-based food market is expected to grow at a compound average growth rate of 11.9, almost 12% from 2020 to 2027, which would bring it up to a $74.2 billion industry in the year 2027. I've seen a lot of different projections, some of which go out to 2030 and have this being even bigger than this. So they're a new company in really a new segment of the market. So this plant-based food is something that has 12% year-over-year growth. That's gigantic growth. This is another part of their story, and it's another reason I think their growth numbers are going to outpace what they talk about in their annual report. So this is from the Q1 report. Again, that's the March 31st, 2021 quarterly report. For the full year 2021, the company expects revenue in the range of $235 million to $242 million, an increase of 58% to 63% compared to 2020. And remember, their growth was huge in 2020. Their branded Tattooed Chef growth was over 100%. As their products do well in stores, their existing products can get more shelf space. Shelf space is everything in the grocery game, as you guys probably know. So, number one, they can expand their existing product line through high sales. Number two, as they introduce new products like the frozen pizzas, that's going to get them additional shelf space in the grocery store. They can expand through adding new product lines. They are looking at adding products outside of the frozen food realm. So, not only are they adding to the amount of shelf space they're going to get in frozen food, but they may be able to get their products into certain other areas of the grocery store. So the other thing that they can do to grow, which is equally as big as the things we've talked about, is they can add new customers, right? So they added Target this past year. They added Whole Foods this past year. There are still many major grocery store chains that they either have small relationships or no relationships with yet. And as they continue, they rolled out their marketing campaign, as we talked about in April. As they get brand awareness, and as these other stores are successful in selling the product, it's going to get easier and easier for them to get into more stores. So they talked about 58 to 63% increase in revenue in the current year. So I'm saying I think they're going to do better than that, and they've got a runway ahead of them to continue to grow at this rate for a while. This is an early stage growth company in an early stage market, which is the plant-based foods. So the closest thing that I could find to competition was a company called Beyond Meat. I want to show you this quick chart that I made. So this is comparing Beyond Meat stock to Tattooed Chef stock. Beyond Meat is also in the plant-based food business. They're same distribution chains through grocery stores. They're in the meat section as well as the frozen food section, but very similar companies. At very similar stages. I would say Beyond Meat is a year or two ahead of the Tattooed Chef, but they're on similar trajectories. Beyond Meat went from $406 million in sales last year. They're estimating $565 million in sales this year, and their market cap is $9.9 billion, so basically $10 billion. If you look at Tattooed Chef, they did $148 million of revenue in 2020. They're anticipating doing $239 million of revenue this year, and their market cap is only $1.78 billion. So that means that Beyond Meat is, if you look at the numbers, their actual 2020 results, Beyond Meat was about 174% of Tattooed Chef sales. Their projections are that Beyond Meat is going to be about 136% of their sales in this current year, but yet their market cap is 461% higher. So their valuation, their price to sales is at 17.6. Tattooed Chef's price to sales is at 7.4. If you look at high growth stocks, early stage high growth stocks in high growth industries, I believe Beyond Meat has got a more realistic price sales ratio, and it's more in line with the rest of the marketplace. They have not gotten the momentum yet on their stock. I think it's coming. If I do some simple math, their stock is $21.81 as I'm doing this video. So if I multiply that out to bring it up to the same valuation that Beyond Meat is getting, that would be a $52 share price. Now, that is not my target. I'm just going through an example to show that, you know, apples to apples with Beyond Meat, these guys could potentially be a $52 stock. So let's just take a quick look at the chart in summary, and I'll show you where I do think they are going. I've got a blue line right here. That line's at $20. These guys went above $20 somewhere around May 21st, and they've held above that ever since. You'll see back in January, they were at almost $28. So I have a yellow line up here representing their all-time high, which is about $28. Now, they have less than a year of history here of trading. So what happened after this? All of these small cap, high growth stocks got thoroughly beaten up in February and March. I'm sure you all remember. The Tattooed Chef was no exception. They went from $28, they got all the way down here on April 20th to $15.52. So they've gotten themselves back into a reasonable trading range here, and you will see in the last few days, they've kind of had a little bit of a breakout. They were hanging out here at or about $20, and as of right now, they're pushing towards $22. I think that this range back here where they were, this was kind of the $25 to $28 range. I think that is extremely realistic price target by the end of the year. I also think that there's a good chance, as we looked at the valuations, they could go well beyond this. So I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know where they're going. I don't know how long it's going to take them to get there. So in my opinion, this stock is a buy and hold for those reasons. I think I've explained why you're going to see a lot of growth. They're very well positioned. Management has made all the right moves. It looks like their stock is starting to have a breakout. They could go up another $7 just to get to where they were at the beginning of the year. I see a lot of upside in this stock. That's my opinion on the Tattooed Chef. Please remember to smash the like button for us and leave comments below, and we will see you in the next video.